Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Tree Road Show, and this is
an hour-long review.
2 hours if you don't be careful. We ain't got 2 hours.
It's real late. We're tired.
Yeah, I just gotta play some Halo, man. Jump on that Xbox Gamer JPEG 03, play some Halo 4 with your boy. But yeah, let's jump into this review. Yeah, he's a high jumper. He'd beat me in that contest. We're not gonna jump.
Swag on top of swag.
But we start off with an ambulance just zooming in there. And who hops out but my boy Ryback? He
rocking the new leather jacket with the
Ryback rules. And I said, that's my boy out there. He's saying, hey, remember, it's exactly what I said after the pay-per-view. I said, yeah, you know why no one's cheering on Ryback? No, he's not a bitch. Ryback ain't a bitch. Yeah. He hopped out the ambulance and he gets up on top of the ambulance. We don't know how. He still wants to know how he got up on that ambulance.
They went to a cutscene and they came back. Ryback's on top of the ambulance. I'm just like, how? What? Was he suspended up there? Did he climb up there?
Awesome. He just, But yeah, he starts talking and I called it. I said, because, over the limit, whatever the second, the pay-per-view after Extreme Rules, like they always usually have some sort of, like still some, gimmick matches, yeah. So then he's on. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. But hey, I'll admit that after last night, I'm 0 for 1 towards the build to payback because this actually made sense. Hey, shout out to WWE for doing something that's logical. They got to, he turned down the ambulance, so hey, we're gonna have an ambulance match at payback. Makes sense at least. So Ryback, he just yelled Ryback rules a couple times. That was really it. First match tonight, we got Jericho and Miz versus Wade Barrett and Fandango. I feel like it should have been Cody and Fandango because of last night, but whatever. Wade has nothing to do, and Miz isn't doing anything, so whatever. But this is an all right match, I guess. The best part, obviously, the main part of it was Fandango. Just dance. Actually, no, that wasn't the best part. The best part was they're dancing. He leaves Barrett to lose to Miz, and then it was when Jericho went down and started. He was like, hey, Summer Rae. And she just. So then finally, they're like, hey. And then Jericho said, what?
Bam!
I ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that fist to the face. High five to Chris Jericho.
Yeah, so Jericho punctured Miz and Jericho get the win, like we said, because Fandango kind of ditched on Barrett. Then we get a backstage segment with Team Hell No with Kofi, and Daniel Bryan just like, I'm not the tag team champions. You are not the tag team champions. We are not the tag team champions. Yep. And Kane's trying to console him and stuff, and then who busts in but Kofi Kingston, and we just laughed. Guys.
Hey guys, we gotta do. What we gotta do here is we gotta beat the Shield.
Yeah, beat the Shield, okay? We gotta fly around. I'm like, Kofi, stop it. So just a little segment, get ready for the 6-man later. Then we get Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil. And as random as that match sounds, they kind of found a way to tie it to make it sense. Because they show a backstage thing from yesterday with Mark Henry walking out of the doctor's thing, just saying, I'm done, I'm leaving. And they're like, Titus O'Neil, one of the best friends of Mark Henry. He was there when Mark Henry broke the world record of pulling the trucks. Great friend of Mark Henry. He demanded this match with Sheamus and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, I guess. This match did not go. It went longer than I thought. A lot longer than I thought, for the record. And
it wasn't like watching paint drying.
Yeah, but it wasn't like.
If you paid to see this match, you'd ask for a refund.
Yeah, but we didn't, so it was okay.
Halfway through Raw, builds towards Sheamus being a little bit better, and it made sense. It wasn't just two guys fighting; it was something for a reason.
Right.
We'll give you a pass.
Yeah, so Sheamus gets the win, obviously. Then we had this whole build-up. RVD's coming back tonight. It's going to be RVD. Someone goes, oh, no, man, it's Cassius Ohno. It's Cassius Ohno. It's clearly...
that one made the most.
It's clearly one of those two. So everyone on Twitter just freaking out, thinking RVD's coming back. It was pretty much set in stone, everyone thought. And then Paul Heyman comes out to introduce his newest client. And it's not Rob Van Dam. It's not Cassius Ohno. It's not Antonio Cesaro.
It's not Pac.
It's my boy. Curtis Axel, boy. It's Michael McGillicuddy. He comes out. He's like, we are. But I did love the fact that they finally said, hey, this is Mr. Perfect's son. They're not like, that's what Paul Heyman kept saying. He's like, he's not ashamed of the fact. I'm like, why would he be ashamed of being a third-generation superstar? That line doesn't make sense, but whatever. He's like, he's ready to open up, and we're naming him after his 2 prior generations to come up with Curtis Axel. We're like, okay. And then Triple H comes out, shocker. And he comes out and he, smacks him in the face and he's like, hey, I'm going to kick Paul Heyman's ass. And then my boy Curtis Axel's like, you got to talk to me first. He's like, okay, I'll face you in a match later. And then I'll kick the shit out of Paul Heyman. And we said, okay.
Maybe Brock's real guy will come out.
No, yeah, I won't lie. When Curtis Axel came out, I was pumped because it was not Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, he is not Rob Van Dam.
They know. You don't have to tell them twice. I was excited. I wish it would have been Cassius Ohno though, because that would have been freaking raw. But I'm cool with whatever. Whatever. This guy's just doing his thing. Can't hate on him. He's just Michael McGillicuddy trying to do stuff.
I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I couldn't tell if it was a rib or not, and that was the worst part.
Yeah, until the show ended, it was kind of that thing like, is this really it?
I thought, okay, when's the real guy coming out?
Right.
But then and maybe we can't complain that. I think Chase Oliver tweeted this.
I'm not complaining.
He said something along the lines of, "I don't get why you guys always say why they put these old guys in there and don't build new talent." And then complain when they don't bring back RVD and they put a young talent guy in there.
Chase Oliver made a good point.
I think you said that as he said that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me and Chase were thinking together today, actually.
Yeah.
We said something about the Triple H thing at the same time afterwards, too.
Yeah, so
it makes sense. Just give it a chance.
I'll let it play out.
I think the problem is people get their hopes built up. Like, everyone, it's going to be Rob Van Dam. And then when it's not Rob Van Dam, they're pissed. Like, people that, want someone to come back. Anybody. Oh, yeah. I totally agree. I don't like Rob Van Dam, but if it had been hinted that it was Batista and this guy came out, you bet your ass I'd be pissed.
Oh, yeah.
So I see where people are coming from. But from my angle, I'm like, whatever, because I didn't, I wouldn't have been too excited either way. So for me, it's a different thing. But I totally see why people would be upset if they were looking forward to, Rob Van Dam or something bigger. Because if it was Batista was hinted at it, and everyone's like, oh, it's Batista. And this brother came out, hell yeah, I'd be pissed. So I see where they're coming from.
All right. Here's one more quick question.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Put you on the spot right now.
Okay.
By Survivor Series 2013.
So this one.
Is Paul Heyman still pushing Curtis Axel? And is he part of there? And where is he at on the card? If he's on the card.
How many months is that?
November.
6 months?
Yeah. Yeah, the major before SummerSlam.
Yes, he will still be with Paul Heyman. And he'll probably still be in the mid card. He won't be any higher than that, but no one's really that. Even 6 months into Ryback, he still was just barely getting anything, and they were pushing him I don't see them pushing him well, obviously they're not pushing him like Ryback because of what happened today. If they had, I don't think they're pushing him as Brock Lesnar. It's gonna be a different thing. So no, I don't think it's gonna be Curtis Axel champion by November. But I think he'll still be with them. They're not going to give up on him. He just started.
I'll agree. I'm going to have to agree with you there. 95%. There's a 5% chance that this is just a rental heel. They're trying to get someone to have Triple H fight without racing the Brock Lesnar appearance.
Yeah,
so they got somebody indispensable who's safe and not going to hurt the company guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that is believable enough to where when Triple H beats the crap out of him, it means a little bit. Because it's Paul Heyman's guy. But it's not. No one's going to lose sleep over Curtis Axel not being on the card.
Yeah, that could happen.
It feels like it. And it feels like what they were doing with the Ryback push, too. I feel like they didn't really seriously give him being seen a chance either.
Uh-huh.
Which kind of sucks.
They better now.
Well, I mean,
he's the Ryback.
They just kind of got forced into that one because the guy started getting over and there was no one to fight Cena but him.
Yeah.
And then there's no one to fight Triple H, and they kind of need him to carry it because Punk's not there. So
Triple H shouldn't be fighting, though.
Well, it's on him to save the company that he loves so much. He's not good anymore. We'll save these stuff for later.
No,
the next thing that happened was Big E versus Del Rio. Mr. 5 count.
Anybody that beats Del Rio is a friend of mine.
Oh,
so thank you, Big E Langston. AJ ended up having the interference. She threw Ricardo's bucket, which totally that would throw me. What is my bucket in the ring?
It got the ref away, and then he raked him in the eye.
Yep, eye rake hits his finisher. Wow, Big E gets the pin. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know the point, but I like it. Like, because I don't see them going anywhere with Big E at this time, so I don't see why. But whatever.
I think they might. They might make him run on the IC.
Yeah, this is one of those things where I don't know why they did it, but I don't care because I don't like Del Rio and he lost, so I'm cool with it. Whatever, even if it's for nothing and we forget about it next week, hey, it happened.
Imagine this real quick. Instead of it being Big E a long time ago, it was Curtis Axel and the Paul Heyman guy was Big E.
Yeah.
He has that next big thing sort of vibe to him, though.
Yeah. I guess.
Would it be any different?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it would be different from the fact that he's more intimidating.
Yeah.
He's much more intimidating, but...
And it almost feels like, it makes sense they didn't do it. It'd be Brock Lesnar 2.0, and you don't want to book a kid like that.
Yeah, I like it for the fact that now he has 3 guys, and they're all really different.
Yeah.
You've got the Beast. Punk is like that dude where he's just all-around talker, da-da-da. Yeah. And you got a third guy who doesn't remind me of either of the two.
Legacy, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't remind me. I almost think he's going to end up trying to be like young Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Where they just bring up his past. Oh, I'd be cool with that. I loved young Randy. Legend killer Randy. Let's roll with it. Because he has the pedigree to do it. Pedigree.
Oh, God.
But Paul Heyman used pedigree and it was funny. Then we got Layla versus Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Or Layla versus AJ. I wrote Caitlyn, but clearly AJ wins, so it was versus AJ. AJ won with the Black Widow submission. I'm down with that submission. That looks super raw. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So just Divas match we got in there. Then we got Zack Ryder versus Cody. Cody Rhodes wins, which is good because he hasn't done anything for a really long time, even if it's a win over Ryder. And then Cody gets out of the ring. The Ryback comes out. The Ryback hits a clothesline, and then he hits a power bomb, and then he hits shell shock, and then he picks up Zack Ryder and walks him all the way up the ramp, throws him in the ambulance, taps it, and they drive on out of there, sending a message to Cena that he can beat up Zack Ryder.
The power bomb was awesome. Power bomb should be his finisher.
Power bomb should be his finisher.
It was devastating,
especially when you saw it with shell shock.
Yeah.
The powerbomb was just raw, and then shell shock. Yeah, that looks so much less devastating than the powerbomb. Like I see so many guys that have done powerbombs before, and you don't want to be another guy. But when it looks like that, it looks so much better.
Yeah.
Like, would you rather be another guy doing a powerbomb, but your powerbomb looks raw, or would you do a move that doesn't look like it hurts?
Yeah, Jack Swagger's powerbomb wasn't tight. Ryback's was beastly.
Yeah, like Swagger's like a gut wrench, so like he sets him down soft. Ryback just plants dudes.
Yeah. One Cody thing, real quick. Are they building him up to have does he have a shot at Money in the Bank?
No.
Because Daniel Bryan was like that kind of winning streak beforehand. They got a little bit of traction. And same with Ziggler. Neither of those guys were setting the world on fire.
Well, at least they did stuff.
And this is his chance to start doing something.
I was on the record when we were playing WWE 13 the other day. He said, "Is there any chance Cody Rhodes does anything in the next 6 months?" I said no. So I'm sticking by my word that no. This was just they needed someone to fight Zack Ryder so that Zack Ryder can then get killed by Ryback instead of a push for Cody Rhodes. That's my view on it. I'm sticking with that.
He was in the backstage segment later, so.
But that was with Caitlyn. I don't think that doesn't scream Money in the Bank build up really. That screams he's just the guy that happened to be one of the people that was the most likely to be her secret admirer, so they threw him in there to get that out of the way. Yeah. I hope they do something with Cody Rhodes, but I'm 100% saying no.
Money in the Bank would be,
I'm 100% saying no.
I think
he'll be in the match.
He'll be in the match. He'll make a strong run. I don't think he wins it either.
Yeah, I don't think he wins.
Stay tuned for our prediction video when we actually see the competitors before we make rash statements like this.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, mine's not rash. If I'm wrong, you guys can tell I'm not going to be wrong. So just remember this, guys.
Well, I mean, with how they're booking, it could be him against Yoshitatsu and Santino. And then it's almost like, hey, well, he's the best guy in there because they could do that. So I'm not willing to hand tie myself right now.
I am. Bold prediction, not going to happen. Nothing for 6 months. Yeah. And then we got the Shield versus Hell No and Kofi. It was all right. It went a long time.
It had some action. There's action that always works, and that's when you have guys who can all go and want to go. They're all willing to put on the match. And
my highlight is when D. Bryan got the hot tag and he went crazy on Seth Rollins for a while. That was my highlight of the whole match. Is when he comes in and just stiff clothesline and Rollins almost flipped over. Then he goes straight up, kick to the thing. Rollins actually did the turnbuckle power bomb.
Yeah.
When Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins were interacting, that was my favorite part of the match.
I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah, that'd be a good time.
That one's an instant pay-per-view, but it don't matter if it's Payback and crap.
Yeah, it's exactly. That's one where it's like, yeah, you have to watch that.
Yeah.
The Shield ends up winning. Not surprising, they just had their
double crash out.
Yeah, they just did their huge. They had their huge moment last night. They were going to lose already.
Seth Rollins' flying knee is sick.
Yeah, it was sick, and Roman Reigns ends up hitting the spear on Kane for the win. So it'll be interesting to see what the Shield. Is this not the biggest, is hyperbole the word I'm looking for? Is it, I'm talking about people on the internet, certain guys that make videos. The Shield is everything they've ever wanted, but for some reason, now that they're being pushed, they talk crap.
So the conundrum?
That could work. But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's weird.
The thing where, the Shield is everything the YWC has ever asked for.
And they find something.
And now they're getting pushed, but they're not getting pushed high enough.
What the hell?
They're a mid-card faction. Well, no shit, Sherlock. What are they going to do if you... Okay, this is my only problem. They're a mid-card faction right now because they're moving them up progressively how they should.
Yeah. But
people are bitching they're not... I can't take them seriously because they're not a main event faction. If they pushed them up to a main event faction, how many people would complain they pushed them too fast?
Did they not main event Extreme Rules?
No, yeah, I'm just saying. Well, then
not Extreme Rules, but Elimination Chamber did not the co-main event.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
TLC were not the co-main event.
Oh no, for sure. I'm just saying it's something or the other. Now they're not getting pushed high enough. If they skipped and went straight to the main event, they got pushed too fast.
And the thing you guys have to also realize,
you guys got to understand, and it's not so much people that watch us. I've actually never had someone comment on our videos. You guys are cool. You probably watch us because you're on the same wavelength as us. Yeah. It's the other people that make videos. I don't know if they're just complaining because they think it gets more views, or if that's really what they think, or
I don't know. It's easier to do that.
It's just so annoying.
It's easier to do that, to give them props for the fact that they rolled these guys out.
Maybe that's why everyone else makes 9-minute videos. It's easy just to say, "Oh, they're dumb. Let's move on," instead of just talking about what people are doing well and where stuff could go, like we do.
Because
it's weird.
Because remember the Dirt Sheet article back around about this time last year, where Seth Rollins has been ready to go for 2 years.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose has been ready to go since he walked into this company.
Oh,
Roman Reigns,
so much fun.
Roman Reigns, we didn't think
we didn't know him. Yeah, we didn't know who he was.
Leaky was kind of just whatever.
Yeah, he was just doing his thing.
But there was an article that came out in the Dirt Sheet that we used to read the sheets that said Triple H refuses to add these
NXT
top
guys
prospects
because they don't have a gimmick without a long-term storyline or a gimmick.
Yeah, a long-term storyline.
Here we are.
We are in May.
Mm-hmm.
These guys debuted in October,
November, Survivor Series, yeah.
That's 6 months. 6 months they go from being sort of whoa, crazy, to are these guys legitimate?
Yeah.
To can these guys beat these guys? And wow, okay, they're awesome as a 3, but can they do it on their own?
Yeah. But they do the same thing every week. It's so dumb. I don't like them.
They had to do this. What else do you do here? You have to run this triple threat out.
Exactly.
And now Kofi's going to be out of the picture after Friday on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. It just frustrates
And then from there, you run the Hell No match out next week.
Yeah.
You're in Calgary.
They're already getting rid of the Ambrose-Kofi match, like you said, so that's good. On SmackDown.
You're in Calgary, and Calgary is going to be pretty pro these Hell No. Because, Seth Rollins, as awesome as he is, he's not a Canadian.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Canadian being in the backwards world, but I feel like Daniel Bryan is pretty much going to be a face wherever you go.
Yeah, everyone just loves saying
yes. He got the biggest pop of the night.
Yeah, everyone just likes saying yes.
Yeah. And he carries the crowd well. It took long enough, and he's here.
Yeah.
Imagine if they would have gave him a long-term storyline to debut.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe they did.
It would have been a good time.
A Nexus killer, but
yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
But sometimes it doesn't work, because who would have thought Daniel Bryan, one of the greatest wrestlers, would get over by chanting yes a lot, and then people said, "Oh, he's actually a badass wrestler too." His style fits his gimmick so well.
Yeah.
He kicks the shit out of people, and people get to chant yes every kick. It's just a weird thing that ended up working.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna work. So you gotta go until you find it.
It's one of those things where he had to do something that got him. He had to do something that got everyone watching. Because Evan Bourne can also wrestle really well. Mm-hmm. But there's no reason to watch those matches if you're not an Evan Bourne fan already.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're kind of like, oh, whatever. This guy's, he made just cool flips. But they appreciate the nuances of it. You're like, oh, no. Mm-hmm. There has to be something overboard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're
not mad at the middle of the card right now.
No. It's like, why complain?
Or the bottom of the card.
It's just too much complaining going on lately. Like, I understand, but I don't understand the Shield part of it.
We say that, and then, okay, we already covered the next segment. The Caitlyn backstage with Cody. We hinted at it.
Yeah.
I don't think I think it's going to end up being Cody. This is kind of like a get you off the scent sort of thing, but that's just my gut instinct.
I still think it's just get him out of there.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Bellas, yeah. But then we got Jack Swagger versus Randy Orton because we had some great choices for Jack Swagger to fight. So it could have been the Great Khali. It could have been. Like I feel like it should have been actually.
Yeah,
the second choice was
Archer. What's up?
Which was clearly going to win, and then it was Randy Orton as the third guy. I just couldn't figure out who was going to win. Randy Orton, won the vote. Shock. It was like 78% or something crazy like that. And it was. They even you knew Orton was going to win because Swagger's kind of going down, but I think it
didn't mesh as well as Orton matches have recently. Yeah, he's been on fire.
Well, no, I just think it as far as I think they've done a good job of building Jack Swagger. As when did I think I'd see Orton versus Swagger, and I was kind of like, I guess Swagger might. I don't know. Maybe this is it was at least it wasn't like this is gonna be a squash. Swagger got the ankle lock in for a while. He was cooking. It looked like maybe he was gonna do something crazy. Orton ends up in the RKO out of nowhere. Wah, wah. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins. Thank the heavens. Hopefully this is the push my boy needs to get back in the picture. That's all I want. It's what I need is to love Randy Orton again.
Is he going to be the Raw Money in the Bank winner?
I hope so.
We already talked about that because Payback kind of like, and that's the launching point.
Hey, I'm down with an ambulance match so far. So I'm cool with Payback as of right now.
Yeah.
It's going to go downhill, though. I'm just saying. We already predicted.
Well, I mean, we said we have no problem with the middle of the card.
No, yeah.
Technically, the main event, if it's not the main event, it's the upper middle.
Yeah.
And we're cool with that.
Yeah, point. It's like, whatever. You knew it's going to happen. Might as well make it a cool kind of match.
It's the main event.
Speaking of Triple H versus Curtis Axel. Oh, Curtis Axel doesn't get it yet. Not yet.
Curtis? You mean Curtis Axel? Don't think we see him in broad daylight and you scratched it?
Oh, he's the man.
Man.
Triple H versus Curtis Axel. I'm in my what video did I make it? I don't. It was one video. It was it was the go home show for Extreme Rules, and I made the statement, which I stand by, that Triple H, and you might be different than this. I said that Triple H by far and away bothers me more than John Cena.
Oh, definitely.
See, and a lot of people, some people in the comments were like, I can't see how that's. Well, there's like one guy. I don't see how you could ever say that. Triple H puts people over all the time. If this tonight and last night doesn't prove what I've been saying all along,
then put in Night of Champions 2011.
2011. Yeah. Triple H is miles worse than John Cena. Miles. I'm telling you. And tonight proves it. Him against Curtis Axel. They go at it for a while. Curtis Axel gets no offense in, of course. What's he going to do? And then, of course, we forgot before the match. The doctor was not cleared to compete. You can tell the doctor that if he wants to keep his job, I'm going out there. Just, like, oh my gosh, he's going to try so hard. What a warrior. And then they're going to the match, and then all of a sudden Triple H just,
he's going to blow up the building in Calgary next week.
He's just sitting in the cup.
Better.
Oh, he better. And he's just sitting in the chair, and they're giving him water. I gotta keep going. And then he falls over, and all the refs and the doctor's like, Triple H, you can't. He's so, I can't. And then one prick, Triple H. I was like, don't feed it.
All right, so what was worse?
Don't feed ego.
Or post SummerSlam 2012, trying to get the thank you, please don't go, all that stuff chant until you got you tapped out.
Which was funnier or which was worse?
Which one was worse? Him trying to
from his ego?
Yeah, which one was worse?
This one. I say this one because SummerSlam made sense. Like, it could have been his last match. He wanted people to think that. He just got his arm broke or whatever. He got beat by Brock Lesnar. That makes sense. This one, he's fighting some guy making his re-debut on a Monday Night Raw, and he's it was more spread out. It was, you can't go out there. Oh, I can't. I gotta do it for the fans. I gotta fight on Raw. And then how he kept going with it and going with it and going with it. And he's pulling. And he gets up, but I still have to go. And he shakes him off. And he stands up again. And he falls. And then Raw ends with him. I think this was worse.
And this is worse for.
Let
me throw in one more little tidbit. They talked about how Paul Heyman mentioned Brock Lesnar and CM Punk's debuts. Oh, you guys booed them too. First off, that's erroneous. Both guys got cheered out of the building.
Yeah, come on.
Especially Punk. Punk's was awesome.
Yeah, Punk debuted in ECW, and he already had such a big following.
Yeah.
They were gonna boo him. Like, why boo him?
And then Punk's first match was against Just Incredible in Hammerstein Ballroom, and the crowd was going crazy, and that solidified him as supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar, didn't he win wasn't King of the Ring like his first big thing? And he beat the other Paul Heyman guy, Rob Van Dam, and won King of the Ring.
Yeah, he won King of the Ring. He won a Rumble, 03 and 02.
Yeah. He won I think King of the Ring 02 was the first.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think he won King of the Ring first, then the Rumble.
Yeah, that might have been super quick into his thing too.
He wasn't there long, so obviously it was quick in because he was only there for a couple of years. Like, he didn't have a very long WWE stint.
Yeah. No, he debuted in 2002. I'm saying with like that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously it was really quick in.
He might have had a couple of squash matches, but that was it.
Yeah.
The first, this Curtis Axel, who's supposed to be the next Paul Heyman guy, should be treated as such.
It sucks that the first memory we're going to have of Curtis Axel is he was in the match where Triple H had a fake heart attack.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about this. From here out, he's not going to get any sort of reaction because what do you remember about this? Everything Triple H, good or bad.
Yeah,
there's nothing. If this guy's supposed to be a heel, how come he didn't beat up Triple H as he's sitting there on the ground and saying, you will respect me and stuff like that? Why didn't he do that?
Because it's Triple H.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. He doesn't book the show. It's the game,
I know.
You're not getting put over on the game, huh?
Yeah,
you don't get to touch Triple H. I'm not blaming Curtis Axel for getting put in there with the biggest prick in wrestling history.
I'm talking about the character Curtis Axel is it's on life support already.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll go that far.
I'm going that far.
You just say we're not making brash things. You got upset at me for making a brash thing. Rash thing.
Yeah. I'm definitely thinking irrationally right now.
Yeah. Like, he's anti-Curtis Axel. I don't know why. Just let it breathe.
I'm anti-Triple H, too.
Let the A's breathe. Yeah. Well, I'm the captain of the anti-Triple H bandwagon. You're all willing to jump on now. Because you guys were still defending him during the go-home show. And I said, guys, wake up.
They just fired Derek Bateman. What if it was Derek Bateman instead? That would have been worse. There's a lot of worse that could have been besides Michael McGillicuddy.
I'm down with Michael McGillicuddy. I'm down with this because I want to see where it goes. Too many times I've jumped the gun and said I didn't like something and then ended up being sick and I had to say, okay, just kidding. That was kind of cool. So I'm riding this out. I trust Paul Heyman. I'm a Paul Heyman guy, so I trust that Paul Heyman knows what's going on here. So I'm going to ride this Curtis out. I'm going to ride the dick train, baby. Ride the dick stone.
Man.
I'm down with CX, man. Caxel. Let's go. Hashtag Caxel.
Hopefully.
If you made it this far, right? Hashtag Caxel. CAXEL. Caxel.
And then, comma, Chicks in America in honor of Derek Bateman. We just got fired. Come on, man. Both. I want both.
Caxel.
We'll see.
Just Caxel.
Oh, hey, come on.
We'll have a competition.
All right, fine. No, just say
Caxel.
Just say Caxel. But type that, but say out loud as you're typing it, Chicks in America. Well, and thank you, Derek Bateman, for all the great memories you gave us when they gave you time to talk.
Was he NXT?
Yeah, he was Daniel Bryan's guy.
Oh, yeah,
he wore the USA pants and the fanny pack.
I remember that. You were telling me about that guy.
Chicks in America.
He made a couple Raw. He was in a couple Jobber Battle Royals.
Yeah.
He made that move one time.
Dude, he's supposed to debut as a USA guy.
He made that move. That probably would have been a good time, actually.
I heard it flopped at house shows.
Dang it. Well, we would have had fun with it. We're all that matters. Come on. Isn't that how wrestling works?
You always appeal to local minorities.
Yeah, isn't that how wrestling works?
I've
watched a lot of videos, and I think that's how it works. But anyways, yeah, that was our Monday Night Raw review. Hey, it was only 29 minutes.
Hey.
So
let's get to a smooth 30. How far away from the 30?
Well, I can talk for a minute. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, guys. Let's roll out, add me on that Xbox Live, JPEG 03. We can play some Halo 3. We can play some 2K13 if you're trying to get that ass whooped. I got, one of the Call of Duties. I don't remember which one I have. I have an older one. We can do that. We can support Brock Lesnar because I wore the shirt 2 days in a row because I was still excited. You can subscribe. You can like this video.
Tell us how you feel about when we talk this freaking long.
Yeah. No, let's go a little further. Let's say this. That's good. Yeah, let us know because we don't give a shit what Mr. Rout thinks. Do you give a shit what Mr. Rout thinks?
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
He's sold out. Jake just sold out. But that's okay.
Hold on. Let me say this.
I was going to say, you're the one that was saying it earlier.
If we get 20 comments and he's one of them, he gets 5%
That's
of
true.
the care.
That's true.
Or equal
So you guys got to override that.
Unless they're black. If they're black, then their opinion
if you're
times.
black, your vote is times 5. And if you're Ty 1822, you count as a billion.
What up, Ty 1822?
If Ty 1822 is not watching this, like if you guys are looking at the comments, he hasn't commented yet, go to one of his videos and tell him to come watch. Timestamp 30 minutes so he can comment on it. But seriously, let us know.
And tell us his top 5 favorite porn sauce.
Yeah, anything. So seriously, you guys tell us.
Update the list.
If you want us to keep doing longer videos, we'll do longer videos. If you guys are all don't want us to, like I don't know why.
Why would you not care about our opinions?
Yeah, you guys love us. We're freaking dope. But yeah, let us know. Hashtag long video. You guys are going to be typing a lot. Hashtag Axel. Hashtag longer videos. Hashtag shorter videos. Tell us your opinion there. Go tell Mr. Rout what you think. And we'll see you later. Goodbye. Fear the future.